go ahead and get digged into. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Hello, welcome to my channel, Haylee Marie Vintage. Today I am doing a vintage sewing notions haul. Not all of these will technically be vintage, but it's all close enough, sort of on brand. But today I'm kind of taking you through the usual vintage sewing and notions haul. I've been pretty good, I would actually say, about not buying tons of patterns or fabric until recently. It's been really interesting as I've been kind of exploring and working with being a more conscious consumer, as well as like being way more mindful with my buying. I do notice I buy a lot more when I'm stressed. A lot of these patterns were the result of stress buying. I tend to stress buy clothing patterns actually the most of anything else. And then the fabric was kind of a thrifting coincidence. And then I made one trip up to Seattle Creative, which is where I get a lot of my secondhand things. So that is why I also kind of have a haul. I had, I think, a load of buttons or something to drop up there. So, but we're gonna dig in now. I'm gonna first start with some boring stuff. So zippers, these are a bunch of metal zippers. And then this is, I was very excited to find this haul. This lot on Etsy. So just for an idea of how many zippers are in here. These are a bunch of JP Coates zippers and watercress, which these are really interesting because they're like the zippers that are stitched closed over, so I don't know, they're kind of weird. But these are a bunch of vintage zippers. I have mentioned this before on my channel. I like to pick up lots of metal zippers. So like a lot might be $50, but usually there's like 30 to 50 zippers in it, so I think it's a great deal. So that is what this is, and I'm really excited to have them all in my collection. It is so nice to kind of have a zipper collection where I can just go in and choose a zipper and never have to worry about running to the store for a zipper when I start a project. Like, for example, today I was making a skirt and I had almost 7 or 8 different zipper options. These are some I can't speak today, apparently. These are some wooden knitting needles. That alliteration tripping me up. This is a size 4, and then these are a size 13. I'm just adding some knitting needles to my collection now that I knit and crochet. I don't know. I like how the wooden feel. They don't set off any of like my weird sensory things. So the wood knitting needles. That wasn't even the right thing. I can't say knitting needles. It's fine. So yeah, that is something I picked up. I also picked up a bunch of yeah, we're doing great today. Sorry guys, apparently this is gonna be a video where I can't speak. So back here is a bunch of hemming tape. I really like vintage hemming tape. It's much better to me than the modern stuff. A lot of times it's like rayon and it's nice. And then I also have some vintage rickrack. These are really itty bitty little rickracks and I think they're so cute. And then this is just this is, I think, technically binding lace, but I'll use it outwardly. And then these are just some usual vintage hook and eye closures. I think they're cute. And I prefer the vintage ones because I guess I prefer everything vintage. I don't know. And then I also picked up this navy and gold lace trim. I sort of don't know what I was thinking when I picked this up because now I'm looking at it now, I'm not sure how much I really like it. I do think it could be really cool on like the right 70s based piece. So I'll hold on to it for now, but it might not make it through my next D-stash. I found this beautiful one at Seattle Creative. Oh, yep, that is the front for sure. I thought this could be really cool on the bib of like a 70s piece. If I could build one just out of pink fabrics, I think it would be really lovely. And I have a vision in my head for this one, so I can justify having bought it. It definitely smells kind of like Old Lady, so I need to soak it, but I do like it. And then I also picked up this, which is, you know, my usual shenanigan where I buy a bunch of lace and then I think any of you who have been on this channel see I don't feel like I ever use my lace doilies. I do really like this one. This one I could even just use kind of like a shawl. I don't know. As you know, I'm full of nonsense when it comes to these. And then this is one that's a similar pattern. This one is actually a little yelled from age. I'm back into pottery these days, so I'm debating using this as just a texturizer on my pottery, but I hate to waste somebody's handmade work like that, so I don't know, we'll see. And then I also got this little guy. This is a little collar. Now that I'm looking at the ambiguous shapes, they look a little bit inappropriate. but it is really cute, and I thought it could look nice again, like kind of in the neckline of something. But yeah, now all I can see is certain shapes, so now I'm not sure about that. And then here is just some cute pink lace. This is like, I think it looks like tatted. It looks older. I have 2 yards of this, and I think it's really stinking cute. So I picked that up from Recreative. These were some buttons I got as a bonus for picking up some patterns. And then I will show you these close up. Seattle Creative had a really good collection of old photographs. So like I said, I will go through these one by one close up, but it's just a lot of women in garments that I think are really, really cool. We have like a Christmas card here. We have some really cool like 40s photos and even some 20s. I think 20s is about as early as these go. There's also, I really love it, there's this picture of this woman using Crisco. I don't know what decade it's from. I actually think it's a little bit more modern. But I just think these are fun, and I have a few good like women with their, I guess, boyfriends or husbands that are in, not the Navy, the Army, military. I'm looking for military. I was looking for a non-branched version. And then I also loved, for this, there's this picture from 1941 of this group of women graduating, and I just thought it was so cute. And it has all their names on the back. So yeah, they just had some really great vintage photos that made me happy to look at, and I just kind of wanted for my collection. This is another gem from the 1920s. I also picked up this kid's school picture. I think she looks adorable. It kind of reminds me of my 4th grade picture, except for my 4th grade picture did not look adorable. That is something that I hope to never see again. I also have this really cute family where the mother, she just looks gorgeous, and I like the kids' fashion too, and it kind of feels like the portrait is staged except for the mom and the youngest. But yeah, I don't know. I just found a lot of photos. This is a really fun coat. I don't know. I just like to keep a collection of things that inspire me, and photos inspire me. I also picked up these postcards. I use these postcards for storing my lace. I cut them into a certain width that stores well, in my, I'm just throwing things, that stores well in my drawers over there that I've shown in, if you check out my craft video, that it shows the organization. But I basically cut these in half and wrap lace around them and have a yardage written about the lace. So that's what I do there. I also picked up, this is just some twill tape. I also picked up, which I'm excited about, 14 yards of this lace. I think this is really pretty. It is all polyester lace, most likely 70s is what it kind of looks like to me, which means it'll make some killer 70s dresses. So that is why I picked this up, because any of you who have ever made a 70s dress knows it requires a lot of lace, and we'll dig into why I might want a lot of lace for a 70s pattern later. Next up, we've got, I picked up more of these. I found these on sale for, I think it was $15 for this magazine, which is a beautiful magazine. It's a French, I think, pattern making company, and this I think is year 37, but as you can see, the pictures on the front are gorgeous. Picture on the back is gorgeous, and I'm trying to get it open so I can show you. It also has like household photos, and it has a lot of really beautiful dresses. I think it technically has knitting patterns in it, but the whole magazine's in French, so I can't really read it. And there's also ads, which I wish I could read. Again, they're in French, so I am unable, unfortunately. There's another good, I feel like, colored spread. Oh, here it is. There's another beautiful fashion spread in here. I just think these are all really cool. And I love picking up these magazines when I can find them. The last magazine I bought from, not this vendor, but like the last magazine I bought from this like collection, I paid, I think, like almost $70 for. So I was pretty excited to find this one for $15. And then they also had this beautiful one for sale. This is, I think, a similar magazine, but it might not be. I think it is also written in French. But again, we just have these really beautiful, the middle parts falling out. So I guess I'll just show you. It has these really beautiful color illustrations. I believe these ones are very early 40s. This might be another 37. But the printing in it is really cool. And I just find the clothing in here really inspirational. So that is why I picked these up. I love flipping them through them. They make me really happy. Next up, we've got patterns. So we kind of have a variety here. You saw the whole stack fall on me. So I have kind of my usual eclectic assortment of 1940s and 50s patterns. I will show all of these close up. I have some New York patterns that I'm excited about. The instructions for these are nightmarish, but I think actually two of my favorite patterns are New York company patterns. I really like their aesthetic, their creativity. I don't know what to call it, but there's something to their patterns that is just really special for me. I also picked up kind of this cute one with ruffle that's a little bit more cottagecore. This one's a simplicity. This one I picked up because it has a very specific bodice I've been looking for a pattern for. It's where it kind of folds up across the bodice like an envelope. One of my all-time favorite vintage dresses is that like cut, and so I've been looking for a pattern. The skirt that comes with it, or like that you sew with it, is a pencil skirt. I don't love how pencil skirts look on me because I have just kind of a lot of booty and I don't really like having to alter the pattern to fit my booty, so I will probably just put a gathered skirt with this. But I'm really excited to try out that kind of envelope folded bust. And then this here is just a really cute pattern that I liked. It has like some two-tone options. I don't know what to call it. And then this one here is another kind of unique looking bodice. It has like flaps, and then it also has some darts that again kind of like go in just differently than most darts on dresses, and it's kind of again a pattern that I've been kind of keeping an eye out for. Something like this one's a generic 40s patterns that I'm sure I impulse bought when I wasn't feeling very happy. Like I said, it's really interesting to see now I've been more mindful in my purchasing why I purchase things, and sometimes it's just to feel better. This one was an Instagram ad that got me. They were advertising that they had 50% off their patterns, so I think I got 4 patterns for like $25, which I thought was a great deal, so like I'm not unhappy about it. However, like I didn't need any of these patterns. This one is cute. And then I also got, I really like this one. And from that haul, what I got that I like the most is this. Recently, in that video I did about shopping my closet for springtime looks, that had a shirt with a very similar pattern to it on this as this one. And so I picked this one up because I love that shirt, and so I'll probably make some more versions of it, and I'm really excited about that. This one here, so this is a nice 70s pattern. I think it's maybe a 70s square dancing costume pattern. I'm not quite sure. It's really cute. I made it in my most recent sew along sort of with me video. I bought this pattern specifically for this project. I'm going to call out this pattern as specifically being a mindful one. I saw on Backroom Finds Instagram, she was asking about like, should she sew this one or another one? And I was like, oh my gosh, that is the pattern that I have been looking for this project. So I went and I picked one up in my size, and I'm very excited about how that dress turned out. Definitely, if you enjoy sewing videos, go and check that out. I will put the eye up, I believe, here. Also inspired by that project, I actually picked up a few embroidery like transfers, and these are like some rosettes you can make, and these are some beaded necklines you can do. What I really loved about that last project is I crocheted all these cherries for it, and it made me really happy, and I really enjoyed that as like a meditative process for me. So I wanted to get some kind of old school and embellishment patterns so I can maybe start doing more involved pieces sometimes when I feel like it. Keyword when I feel like it. I will not always feel like doing the whole shebang, but I will have the patterns to do the whole shebang when I want. Next up, I have been kind of going for some 70s patterns. These are, wow, this one's upside down. This is a Gunny Sacks pattern. It has a little quilted vest, quilted, you could also do it as a jacket. Oh, it is a jacket, quilted jacket, and it also has a pretty floofy looking blouse. The skirt is fine. I could take it or leave it. I would know how to make this skirt without a gunny sacks pattern, but I am excited about the rest of the pieces here. And then this one, I paid way too much for this pattern. I paid more than I've paid for like even like 1940s patterns for the 70s. But I thought it was really, really cute. And when I think about like that frill that I showed you at the beginning, the pink one, like this would be the dress that it could go really, really well on because there's already kind of a designated space for it. So there's that. And then these last four, we'll see if I can pick up the last one. And I will show you close-up of these so you don't have to like squint and look really small at the font. Wow, what? But these are all 1970s wedding dress patterns. So right now, I have started to make my own 1970s garments because the dresses that I used to buy secondhand have now just skyrocketed in price as the 70s have kind of come back in style, especially that cottagecore look. And with that, it has also become harder to find those 70s prairie dress patterns that aren't super marked up. And so the trick around this, my friends, is to buy wedding dress patterns. The thing about wedding dress patterns, you just make it not in a bridal fabric and it is not a wedding dress anymore. So now I have, and like they sell much lower because nobody's buying wedding dress patterns anymore. And so that is how you get cheaper cottagecore. And so all of these are very cottagecore looking 70s boho bliss beautifulness patterns that were all sold as wedding dress. Actually, I think one of these is a gunny sacks pattern even. But they were all so much cheaper than a just normal 1970s prairie dress pattern, and I am so excited to make them all. Sorry, that one's upside down. So yeah, I think one of these will be my next make for this month, June. I would say you get to vote, but but making things takes too long, so too bad. It will be what it will be. This is just a little cute box that I got to probably put buttons in, because you can never have enough containers for your buttons. Okay, last up, this is probably not even the most exciting part of the haul. This is the fabric I've gotten recently. So this first one is a nice flocked, probably polyester fabric, but it could be rayon. I got this to make a brooch framey thing with. My brooches have outgrown their original frame that I made on this channel as like one of my first videos. It's kind of embarrassing, but I'll link it anyway. But I have overfilled the one I made for my channel, and so now it is time for me to make a couple more, and I have the frames ready to go. I just need to get fabric. So here it is. I got the fabric. Now I just need to make it. This here, for me, it feels like wool, and it like, I don't know, not that wool has a smell, but like, I don't know. This felt like a wool fabric that I found at Goodwill. It was $4.99. I'm hoping it appears prettier in camera than it like looks from far away. It's kind of this nice teal and mustard yellow color. I think I want to make like a 1940s jumper or something out of this. I think it's really cute, and I have a jumper that I need to get rid of because it really doesn't fit me without like wearing crazy undergarments. And so I need to make that. I need to pass that along, and I'm hoping making one similar to it will make me okay letting that one go. Next up, I also got, I believe these are reproduction prints, but they are, it's this really cute cat feed sack bag. I just kind of want to make a little crop top. I've seen a lot of like kind of feed bag like designs, and this one is so darn cute. It's cat related, of course, and I'm excited to make a cute, probably little crop peasant-y top, like the one pattern that I really love and you've seen a few times in my videos. So this is a really cute, I would believe 1970s-ish. I feel like I saw a lot of these quilty prints in the 70s. Super cute. I'm thinking of making this like the skirt or like an accent, or like the main skirt fabric, and it'll have other accent fabrics with it on a 1970s dress piece. I think I only have a couple yards, so I don't have enough to do the whole shebang in it, but I could do some of it and make it super cute. So that's the plan. Next up, all of these were incredibly impulsive. Not that those weren't impulsive. The yellow one especially was impulsive. But all of these, I went to a new thrift shop. I went thrifting in Auburn, Washington, which is much better thrifting than anything in Seattle. It is worth driving the, I think, 45 minutes it took to get there. They had this really amazing animal shelter oriented thrift shop there, and they had a ton of really great fabrics. Like, you can tell kind of more old people donate to this thrift shop, if that makes sense. Like, there's certain thrift shops that you can just tell have an older donation base, and so there were some really cool fabrics, this being one. It has like some quilting, cording, I don't know what to call it, but it has bonus texture. And so I'm thinking about making this into either a blouse or a skirt. I think a skirt's the way I'm leaning because I think it's a little bit too thick for the type of blouse I would want to make. But it's really cute, and I don't have enough of a yardage for a dress, although that would be the dream. Next up, there's this really beautiful rayon. I have enough in here to make a dress. I'll probably make something 30s, 40s-ish in it. It's not really necessarily like a period authentic pattern, but I don't find rayons that often in this big of a yardage, and while they're a nightmare to cut, I really like the finished product because it's usually like really comfy to wear. This one is definitely, I think, authentic vintage fabric. This here is a beautiful houndstooth. It's a nice like cream and teal little tiny houndstooth. This one I'll probably do a skirt of. I might do a blouse. I don't know. Got no plans yet. And then this one here is a beautiful blue and white stripe. I think I will probably make something 1940s out of it. It looks like pill a little bit in the wash/dryer, so there's probably some polyester content in it, but it'll still work great. And as you guys know, I love to hate working in stripes. I'm also debating whether this would make a cute play suit, but I don't know, so we'll see what this becomes. I'm excited about it regardless though. All of these were so cheap too, I think. So I got this whole pile of fabric, minus the black one, the Goodwill one, and the 70s one. And I also got 3 shirts. Did I get a dress at that one? And a teacup, and I think it all came out to like $30, which I know any of you who live somewhere that thrifting's cheaper is like, that's still a lot of money. But trust me, around Seattle and in Seattle, that is a bargain at the thrift shop. Next up is, this is like a really cute like cherry pinstripe. I don't love red as a focus color, which is one of the reasons I don't gravitate to cherries, which again, my last project kind of like counters that, but that's mainly pink, even though there's cherries on it too. But this is like a little pinstripe cherry, and I think it will be super cute. We'll see what I do with this, but I thought it was adorable, and again, it was pretty cheap. This was printed in '91. I love it when they're stamped. And then this is the last fabric I picked up. I kind of always try to save my favorite for last. I think this could be a 90s print. It reminds me a little bit of the 70s too. I plan on making like a folksy skirt with it maybe, or if I have enough fabric to pull off a dress, I would really love to make a dress out of this. But that is it for this haul. This was a long one. Like I said, I haven't done one of these. I will link the last one I do here, but I haven't done one of these in quite a long time because I've been trying to like not buy fabric, which until recently was fairly successful. I know it looks very not successful right now, but I am getting back into the sewing mojo. Summer makes me want to sew more, weirdly. I don't know. Definitely stay tuned for my project at the end of this month. That is it for this video. If you enjoyed, definitely like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers this year. We'll see if it happens. I think I could do it, but I definitely need all of you guys' help to do there. Sorry for no spooky appearances in this video. She is finally napping, as she was very hyped as I cut my fabric for another project today. Classic. Hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!